from Sun Devil Liquors, the cellar. It's DrinkinAZ. And we have with us David Tyda. Dave, how you doing, man?
Cheers, man. Drinking the Sierra Nevada.
Welcome to the jungle. You're going to die.
You can't get the songs out of your head, can you?
I can't. I was psyched up about it the week before. And then the day that it happened, I had a little geeky moment during the Guns N' Roses interview where I thought they were Guns N' Roses. I've told Adam he's got to burn that tape, cut that out, and throw it away. Because
they were so legit. I mean, they started late. I mean, one of them was about to fall down and just die, like right there in front of us all. They argued like, I mean, the drummer walked off mid-set. Somebody else jumped up and started playing drums. Playing drugs. After the show, one of them started choking another band member. Yeah, he grabbed him by the throat, and I was like, these guys,
You're
even
kidding.
off the stage, are Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to be huge.
So it's a hot mess.
Nice.
It's everything you want in a good band.
Recipe for Guns N' Roses tribute band success is just get a bunch of fucked up, dysfunctional druggies together.
I saw them actually.
Oh, you know what? I'm just playing in case they see it. They were great, and I was impressed to be around them, and I was picking up on that vibe, and I put that on Facebook, and I had like 30 people, like commenting on it, and some people like from Italy and stuff, and another person who shall be nameless here in the Valley thought that I really did interview Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, they were pretty convincing. And they're not that bad. I think I saw them about 4 years ago at a local bar out in Mesa or Gilbert or something like that. And I never really grew up with Guns N' Roses. I might kind of did, but I never wasn't of age to go to their shows or anything. But when I saw them, I'm like, they're showmen. I mean, they are really showing up.
And they really did compare quite a bit to early Guns N' Roses, where they would come on stage and they would be in such disarray for the first half of the set, and if they got lucky, then they would pull it all together. But so they did sound a lot like early Guns N' Roses. They really did. Again, just go on YouTube and like look up Slash bloopers or Axl bloopers, and you'll see Slash so drunk he can barely stand up, like somebody's holding him up while he's playing guitar,
right,
and stuff. So
they just argue on stage. One of them would walk off.
Yeah, all the time. Axl still does it to this day. He's a bitch.
Right.
He really is.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't let people into the concert if they're wearing Slash shirts to this day. To this very day. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Note taken. Will not ever wear a Slash shirt to a Guns N' Roses concert.
Just go to a GNR concert and push your way up to the front row and get up in Axl's face and go, "Where's Slash, man?"
Spit on me.
And he'll kick you in the face.
All right. Yeah. If you're looking for a good face kicking,
you can afford it.
Wear a Slash shirt to a Guns N' Roses concert.
All right. So tell us about, what you can about Beer Palooza, like the aftermath. Was it a success for you?
Yeah, it was a really good event. So the interesting thing about Beer Palooza was the way the liquor license for this particular event worked.
Okay.
So as you saw, there weren't a lot of brewers in attendance, and part of that came from the fact that this liquor license, we had to hire people to pour the beer that we purchased, but in turn for that, the way the law works, we were able to sell beer to go. So we sold mixed six-packs and growlers. Mr. Pineapple, by the way, by the growler, flew.
Really?
People love that. That is just like the summer beer, But what we saw in the beer store is this incredible future for this event, I think. It's a beer party. Not a lot of beer nerds, as you saw, because that space is crowded.
It was kind of the common man.
We're just We're trying to be the gateway drug for beer. So the guy who drinks Bud Light, Miller Lite, trying to give him a taste of the good stuff, and then if you want to go home with the beer that you liked, stop by our beer store. That's the thinking.
That spells success right there.
Yeah,
the people that tasted the beer and went far enough to get a growler to go, you were successful in showing them what good beer is.
Yeah, a couple tweaks here and there. We're talking about, next time, for instance, you get an order form the moment you walk in. So that way, as you're tasting, you're literally filling out what you like, what you don't like, tasting notes.
I'll be honest, that's one thing I was like, where's the list of how many beers are here and what have I actually tasted? Like, I was trying to use my Untapped. Yeah. Untapped app to track what I've been tasting, but I lost track. So actually having a piece of paper going, here's what I have, or maybe even developing an app specifically for the beer fest.
An app's a great idea.
Right.
An app's a great idea.
You just check off what you did and what you liked, and that would be great.
So New Times has a food blog called Ciao Bella, and they just did a little review of us, and they called us, the title was generous but generic. Okay, so good and bad. You basically drank all day. You could have drank for a full 6 hours with 20 samples. There was no way you were going to burn through 20 samples. So
I worked hard to get rid of my tickets.
Worked hard, right?
Yeah, I didn't use them all. And I was seeing people throw them after a while. So I know some people were probably picking them up, but
it also their criticism was that it felt like a Costco tasting because it was daylight. You know what I mean? And
the New Times. They live on drama and trauma. They got to have something,
Yeah, for sure.
They got to have something to sink their teeth into, and if it's not there, they'll fluff it.
They're the pessimistic media. That's fine. I mean, they've got to have a place in this whole world.
Right. Was this Zach that wrote this? Zach
no, Katie Johnson. She writes for Ciao Bella. But, we have to take everything into consideration. If somebody says it, and they say it in a public forum, even if they say it to us, we have to take it into consideration. I can't disagree. The room needed a little vibe.
Yeah, it was such a big room. It was like you could have landed 3 Hindenburgs in that thing.
Right.
I mean, it was a big freaking room.
It's huge.
That's one of the bigger buildings in the country, I would imagine.
I know you can see it from space. You can see Beer Palooza from space.
Nice.
You also had a lot of extra space, too. You could have had more vendors.
Right, absolutely.
Now, you only had one vaping vendor. And, as you know, that's something that's near and dear to my heart. Come to Sun Devil Liquors down to the cellar and vape and have a beer.
How does vaping work? So when there's a vaping vendor and you're a vapor person, can you buy vapor from them? Does it work with
You mean when we were at your place?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were selling their juice and they were selling batteries and
from
stuff.
the lovely Kimberly, the chemist at Bliss for Bliss Vapes.
Yeah.
Very tasty e-vapor.
Has anybody ever done vape and beer pairings?
That's what we're talking about. We were talking to their scientist who happens to be, she's a two-tool player. She's this hot Asian chick. Hot. That's also a chemist.
He's got a wife. Cut it.
And of course, we respect her deeply.
Yes. We have
very intelligent.
She wears short shorts. She wears short shorts and tells you about glycol and glycerin and all that stuff, and she's got nothing but our greatest respect. So we were talking about collaborating with DrinkinAZ and doing some beer flavored vapor. Yeah, but that's a big digression. Let's get back to.
Let's wrap up Beer
Palooza. Let's wrap up Beer Palooza, and then we're going to talk about your next thing coming up, which is your Tequila Festival.
Tequila.
There you go.
Trying to cover the whole liquor store.
So if you go ahead, the floor is yours. Tell us, what you took out of Beer Palooza and what people can expect next year.
I think for sure you're going to see this event grow as the gateway for the person who doesn't know a lot about craft beer, but wants to learn, wants to experience, and is a little intimidated by some of the beer nerd events. Those are great events, no doubt about it.
Right.
But if I don't know anything about beer, I'm kind of intimidated by it. So we're going to play up that vibe. We're going to keep the great bands, the great music, the whole thing. The beer store will get played forward. We're talking about possibly doing this event twice a year as a seasonal tasting.
Ooh.
Because of the beer store
Spring
element.
Fest and Fall Fest?
you should be able to buy your summer beer and your winter beer.
Okay.
So, in the summer, lighter ales, fruity concoctions, the whole, your Mr. Pineapples of the world, right? Your Four Peaks peaches.
Yeah.
And then in the winter, your porters, your stouts.
And of course, your IPAs are going to be there
all the time,
picking up the slack.
All the time.
Yes. and I definitely did see people there who were new to the beer scene. That didn't, you could tell that they were being indoctrinated into the beer scene, and
right.
And the people like us who are veterans of it, we owe it to them to be nice and accommodating and welcome them in.
Yeah. I actually showed a couple. Some people came up to me going, DrinkinAZ, so you guys know something about beer? I'm like, yeah, a little bit.
You're the experts.
They're like, if I wanted to try a dark beer here, what would be your first
right.
Choice?
And, so I pointed them out in the right direction.
Don't you get so jazzed by that?
A little bit.
When somebody knows nothing about something.
Yeah.
And they go to you for advice.
Right.
Point me. Show me where to go.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Here's my suggestion. I have several, I'm sure, but my suggestion that I'll go on record with as far as next year's Beer Palooza. So you had Guns N' Roses, right? So think about
where do we go from there?
Think about what would be a great concert to see. It would be I'd like to see Journey open for Guns N' Roses,
right,
and then Black Sabbath take the stage.
Just all
so
cover
just go
bands?
find tribute bands. These guys who live it,
right,
and they're the funniest people. It's like Spinal Tap,
right?
Like, we'll take care of you on that. We'll accommodate those guys and make them feel special and make them feel appreciated.
Right.
Because
that's a great idea.
That's an awesome thing. I would love to be Axl Rose. Are you kidding me? Dress me up like Axl Rose and let me sing. That'd be the coolest thing.
You would make a horrible Axl Rose. I'm sorry, but the guy who was doing it did it well.
I'm more of a David Gilmour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever knew how to play
I don't know
guitar.
who that is, but I'm gonna agree with you.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a little youngin'.
The fact that they're tribute bands, though, should be in fine print. It should look like an actual playbill. Like, I got Guns N' Roses, I got Aerosmith, I got Joan Jett.
No. But.
Because I look at that as the rock and roll equivalent of Comic-Con.
No doubt.
For me.
Yeah.
Just to rub elbows with these guys that look like Guns N' Roses, and they were playing like they were Guns N' Roses.
Cover Bandicon.
I was treating them like they were Guns N' Roses. It was cool.
Festival.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cover Bandicon.
Well, we got more festivals coming up, so why don't we take a break, George, and talk about that?
Awesome. Thanks, Duncan. Man in the clock over there. All right, we'll be right back with DrinkinAZ.
Boy, I sure wish I had a shot of tequila, or I wish I knew where I could go to get some tequila, but I just don't know. Hey, Dave, do you know where we can go?
I do, Duncan. It's Old Town Scottsdale on July 26th at the Taste Tequila Festival.
Wow! Are you going to have tons of people there? What's going on?
$50 gets you through the door, and that gets you the equivalent of 10 shots of ultra premium tequila.
Jeez, the last time I had ultra premium tequila, I was married afterwards. Well, yes, you never know, right, Dave?
You never do know. Hey, Duncan, head over to TasteTequilaAZ.com and get your tickets right now.
Let's go.
Back at Sun Devil Liquors in the cellar, out of the cellar like a rat. We're coming at you. It's
Are there rats in here?
No rats. No. Shh. Ixnay on the Atsray. There's no rats.
Ixnay on the rats.
No rats at Sun Devil. I'll tell you that for sure. All right.
This may be the coolest bar I've been in.
Isn't this a cool bar?
By the way.
55 degrees. It's a speakeasy.
Yeah.
It's like a speakeasy.
It is like a speakeasy.
They keep it at 55 degrees in here?
You could get crunk down here for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
You better figure it out.
Crunked?
Yeah.
It means getting drunk.
It's what the kids,
are doing.
That's what the kids are doing these days, getting crunk. This is totally a legit environment for crunkness.
No doubt.
All right, cool.
Whatever that means.
So it's radical.
Yes.
You might want to put the bottles of wine away, but,
So, yeah, and this place is just, the forthcoming, by the time this hits the web.
What you
we
do?
will probably already have this wall out.
Let me just build off this little fantasy in
yeah.
my head. You put an iron door up top. You don't make it open, and you got like a special like password you got to do
I've had people say that before.
in order to get down here.
Yeah.
You make it. There's a pretty cool place in Milwaukee where you do that. It's called the Hideout, I think it's called, and they videotape it and they make you do funny crap
Right.
in order to get in. And so all your friends are inside looking at you trying to get in.
That's awesome.
And it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun concept.
We could possibly do something like that.
Yeah, think
this
about
is
it.
this is Mesa's Speakeasy. Blah.
What I love is
Mesa's
from where
Speakeasy.
I'm sitting, all of the fluorescent lights of the liquor store above are shining down the staircase and reflecting in this mirror right here.
Uh-huh.
So it seems like it's still 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But
Right.
It's nearly 9 o'clock.
Right.
And I'm going to walk out of here and be like, where the hell did the day go?
This is the place where time stood still.
What?
I know.
Is Taco Bell still open?
Impressive space, this Sun Devil Liquors. This is quite the place, and it's gonna do nothing but grow. We're adding tap handles. We're knocking down walls. We're doing all kinds of things. This is gonna be the place to be. It already is the place to be for the cellar dwellers, the regulars. They might be a little pissed off that we're gonna be having new people come down here and check this place out, but. The future's looking bright for Sun Devil Liquors. And Taste of Tops. Did you know that Taste of Tops was mentioned as one of the top 33 beer bars in the country
I
about
did
a
not
year
know
ago?
that.
Yeah, about a week ago.
Wow.
So, and they talk about Taste of Tops having, what makes it special is that it's connected to this liquor store that has, thousands of different beers and things. Well, okay. Look at the cellar, because
that's incredible.
We're attached to a liquor store that's just as big, owned by the same family, so it's got the same selection. Right. But down here we've got ambiance up the wazoo.
Right.
So this place has nothing but upside. Nothing but upside.
I hate to try and plug Palooza again.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
That was the kind of idea. Is the place that you can go and hang and party with your friends, have a good time. But then leave with the stuff that you like. Mm-hmm. It's the same idea behind Taste of Tops and here at Sun Devil Liquors.
Right.
Drinking the Sierra Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to pick up a 6 this year on my way out. Because I just met the guy. I'm loving his beer.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is.
And we have a different guy down here every week. And we have a different wine person down here every week.
Too much for me.
Yeah.
But now I want to talk about tequila. So the last time I drank tequila, it was at my Jack and Jill margarita party.
Everybody's got a story about tequila.
I know, it's crazy, right?
So, swimming in the pool that shall not be named.
Right.
Did you? After so many shots, did you
right.
throw yourself
you run out of
the
front of it?
No.
The penis pool?
But
which your mom says is a penguin pool.
Yeah, well, she's old.
Yeah.
So, but
hi, Martha.
Tequila.
Hi.
What are you how many vendors are gonna be there?
Have you guys ever been to the Arizona Taco Festival?
Yes.
No, you have?
I have.
You have.
You went, Duncan?
Listen, I don't get this lift body overnight, okay? I gorged myself.
Adam, did you go?
At the Taco Festival.
I have not been.
Okay, so 2 of us have been.
So the Taco Festival, as 2 out of 3 of you know, is 25,000 maniacs looking to get their fill of $2 tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Within that event is another event that's the Tequila Expo. $20 to get in. You get a wristband with 10 little tabs on it, and you have 30 brands of tequila inside the expo, each pouring 2 to 3 or 4 different tequilas. So you've got your it's like a sandbox. I mean, just a playland.
Yeah.
Of over 100 tequilas that you can choose from and try 20 half-ounce samples.
Hot tequila girls.
Right.
Yeah.
So the tequila reps
Awesome.
are reason alone.
Which is 10 shots.
so
20
funny.
half-ounce shots is 10 shots.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. I can do that math.
It's a lot of tequila. Very good tequila. So the thing is about the Tequila Expo is it's in the middle of the Taco Festival. It's at the end of October. It's in a grass field. It's hot. It's sweaty. 2 or 3 hours in, it's just it's nuts. Everybody's drunk. It's
got
crazy.
midgets wrestling.
There's everything going on.
Midget wrestling.
So we were looking for a way to take the Tequila Expo, package it, and move it to something nice. And that's what we've got coming up at the end of July. It's indoors. It's air conditioned. It's a Saturday night.
So does that mean the end of the tequila tent at
no,
the Taco
no,
Festival?
No. It's just a nicer version.
Just an upscale version
So
of
if you're
that.
like a guy or a girl who loves the Tequila Expo, but you want to get out of that hot, sweaty mess, this is your thing.
So, Laurel, this is for you, my wife. Yes.
Throw on some nice clothes, Saturday night in Old Town.
Yep.
This is it. Yeah, totally. Couple restaurants serving food. We're at the venue in Scottsdale. It's 2 levels. DJ from 6 to 9 during the grand tasting. And then from 9 to who knows when.
And you're having some types of seminars, too.
Yeah.
So what's that all
this
about?
is an all-day event.
So you can learn about tequila?
So right next to the venue in Scottsdale is a place called the Comedy Spot. It's traditionally a comedy club. We're doing tequila seminars in there. So we're going to put some expert up on stage. He's going to tell you about history of tequila, flavor profiles, mixology.
Is that up against the canal there?
It's close to the canal. Gelato Spot on Scottsdale Road.
Okay.
That's your marquee. We're right behind the Gelato Spot
All right.
on 3rd Avenue.
The G spot?
The G Spot.
Right behind the G spot?
Oh,
The tequila
that would be
will be located right behind the G Spot.
I've never.
You're not going to miss it this time, Duncan. Not this time.
The cervix.
Not this time.
That's the cervix entrance.
That's great.
All right. Anyways, I digress.
It's like Beavis and Butthead down here. It's great.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm really excited to go. I mean, I'm just like, I think that's going to be so stinking cool for everyone that's going to show up.
It's going to be a great time. So unlike Palooza, I mean, it's nighttime, so, it's a little sexier. It's just, it's downtown Scottsdale as opposed to just daytime beer party. Yeah.
Well, so where can people get tickets? Where can they go for this event?
Website's tastetequilaaz.com. You can get tickets at the door. The venue in Scottsdale has a maximum of 1,000 people. So I'd advise to get your tickets online.
Nice.
For sure. $100 VIP tent gets you 5 more samples. Grand Marnier and Herradura are setting up a special VIP lounge.
I love Grand Marnier.
It's the Cadillac to every margarita.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really is.
Absolutely. I'm a liqueur guy. I dabble in liqueur. I try to make it at home. So Grand Marnier is the shit.
It really is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of recipes for margaritas, correct?
Right.
But Grand Marnier truly makes the best.
In Cointreau.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always have a bottle of it for margaritas.
Yeah.
I can't make a margarita without Grand Marnier.
Yeah.
Got to put some in there.
Absolutely.
So a lot of the tequila companies will take their blancos, they'll make little samples of margaritas, and then you go through reposados and añejos and the extra añejos.
Mm-hmm. Who are some of your tequila vendors that stick out in your mind as being some of your MVPs?
Well, I'm going to be totally honest with you, and I don't know. The reason is I produce these events.
Okay.
My business partner, Rick, who owns Bootleggers,
Right.
He's more the liquor side of the event. So when it comes to putting together these festivals, and especially, these last 2 with the beers and now the tequilas, he's having those conversations. Whereas I'm coming up with a lot of the glitter.
Mm-hmm.
The bands, the entertainment, the logistics of it all, how it all flows, how you get in and out, that sort of thing. Rick's dealing with what brands are involved.
Okay. So
I know he's got close to 30.
Okay. So maybe we have Rick on before this thing happens.
It's not a bad idea.
Talk about the different brands that are being represented. Maybe have him bring 1 or 2 people with him that are tequila brand,
Or maybe go to the website. I'm sure. Is it
Yeah.
going to be posted to the website or no?
Yeah, it'll be posted probably by middle of next week.
Yeah.
Sounds fair
I
enough.
just drink. I don't know very much about what I'm drinking.
Nice. I can respect that. I'm the same way.
So Sierra Nevada. This is cheers to Sierra Nevada. A week later, it's just as good.
All right. Well, I'm sure we're all going to go. And it's
All
going to be
right.
a great time. And I know that you're a busy man with many superpowers, so we're gonna see you there, and it's gonna. I can see big things continuing to happen for Arizona with people like
These
you.
festivals.
A lot of festivals. We're working
Yeah.
on a lot of food and just liquor festivals.
Yeah.
Strippers.
Strippers, liquors.
Well, we're gonna always
Strippers and
support
liquors.
you here. So
Stripper Olympics. I heard
Definitely.
somebody told me something about that.
now that's for another show, though, George.
Yeah,
So besides, biggest thing, go to the Tequila Festival.
absolutely.
Biggest thing.
So again, where can they find that online?
It's TasteTequilaAZ.com. Find us on Facebook. Just do a little search for Taste
Right.
Tequila.
Or on DrinkinAZ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll be posted. We'll probably have some images up.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Well, for the rest of DrinkinAZ, we could hang out and talk to you forever, but it's time to go. So we'll catch you next time at DrinkinAZ.com.
Thank you.